Hello guys, this is Satpal and you are watching my YouTube channel Economics. Today I am going to discuss a macroeconomics topic. Today's main topic is determination of income and employment, and for today's there are few subtopics, means related concepts of macroeconomics, and these are ex and savings and investment, ex post savings and investment, full employment, voluntary unemployment, and involuntary unemployment. So this will be our topic for today. So let's start. First of all, we are going with ex and saving and investment and ex post saving and investment. First of all, ex and saving and investment. The meaning of ex and saving: what saver or household plan or intend to save at different levels of income in an economy. Means which is the saver or plan, households plan for saving in an economy during an year. Means this is their planning of saving about their plan. And ex ante investment is what investors or firms plan to invest at different levels of income in the economy during a year. So ex ante investment, actually investors are, they are desired to invest in the economy at different levels of income. So in ex ante saving and ex ante investment, ex ante stands for, you can remember these things, that these are desires of savers or investors. Then next is ex post saving and investment. Ex post saving, it refers to the actual or realized saving in an economy during a year. Means what is the actual saving in the economy, that is ex post saving. And ex post investment related with refers to the actual or realized investment in an economy during a year. It is the actual level of economy, in actual level of investment in the economy during a year. So the main difference is ex ante and ex post is ex ante related with desired or plan, and the ex post is related with actuality in the economy during a year. So I given it uh, together these concepts so that you can compare very easily. So very simple meaning is given here. Then the concept of full employment. Actually this concept is given by James Keynes, and his theory related to determination of income and employment is based on, in especially in 12th class, is based on Keynesian theory. And Keynes given the level of full employment. So what is the meaning of full employment? It refers to a situation in which all those who are able and willing to work at the existing wage rate are working. Means all workers who want to do work at existing wage rate, all are getting work. So this is the meaning of full employment. Means who desired for work, who have capable or able to work, he that who have willingness to work, they are getting work or job. Full employment is measured in the context of working population only. It's related with only working population. It implies equilibrium in the labor market, as demand of labor is equal to supply of labor, means there is no unemployment left. In this situation, when the demand of labor is equal to supply of labor, and full employment does not imply 100% employment. It is very important thing which you have to know, that full employment never means there is a 100% employment in the economy. There may be two types of unemployment. Then when we can say that there is a full employment in the economy, and these are frictional unemployment and structural unemployment. These are maybe two situation is there in the economy during the full employment of a situation. First one is frictional. What is the meaning of frictional unemployment? It occurs during the time period when workers leave one job and join some other job. When some workers are going to one job to another job, in between he when he find the job of another place, in between he left the job, or first left the job and second achieving the job, the time period between these he may regard as unemployed, then that is frictional employment. It arises due to lack of perfect mobility of labors or factors, time requirement needed in search of a job, or fulfillment of formalities involved in winding up old job and joining in new job. I told that there is a time lag between to left the one job and joining the other job. These are known as frictional employment. It may be in the economy. And the second one is structural unemployment. This is associated with the structural changes in the economy. These are related with the structural changes in the economy. It occurs in the time period when there is need trained and skilled in new technology, but workers are not working according it. Suppose there is some workers who know the who have capacity of working for old technology with old technology, but there is requirement some workers or some skilled persons who are perfect in new type of technology. But this type of unemployment known as structural employment. It means there is a change in the structure of in the economy, and people are not able to work according to new type of technology. So these some during due to this reason there may be some unemployment in the economy, and that will be known as structural unemployment. Next is voluntary unemployment. Very simple concept. It refers to a situation when a person is not willing to work at given wage rate. Voluntary employment means there is no desire of person to work at existing or given wage rate. I repeat again, it refers to a situation when a person is not willing to work at given wage rate. He is not ready to work for his given level of labor, or given uh, level of income, or you can say wage rate or wages or salaries. So it is depends on willingness of a person. When workers are unwilling to accept any work through they are physically and mentally capable. In this situation, persons are able to work and willing to work, but he is not ready to work at a existing wage rate. Then this is the voluntary unemployment. Voluntary unemployment is not counted while measuring the size of unemployment. This is also important thing. Uh, when we count the unemployment in the economy, then this type of unemployment means voluntary unemployment is not regarded as unemployment. The next one is involuntary unemployment. It refers to a situation in which all those who are willing and able to work at the existing rate do not get work. In this situation of unemployment, actually people are not getting job while they are uh, able to work, they have wish to work, they are willing to work, they are able to work, but they didn't find any type of job in the economy. So that is involuntary unemployment. Means they have willingness, they have capability to doing work, but job is not available, and they are also ready to work at existing wage rate, but they can't find job, they didn't get any type of work or job. So that is involuntary unemployment. Though physically and mentally fit, they are rendered unemployed against their willingness to work. They are physically and mentally fit, but they didn't get job any due to any lack of demand for labor. So that is involuntary unemployment. It is taken into account while estimating the total employment in economy. It is when in an economy decided the rate of unemployment in the economy, this type of means involuntary unemployment is counted, is taken as unemployed. So these are some concepts related with macroeconomics, and these are important concepts. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much watching. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel. Thank you.